Okay. Good evening to all of you. I welcome all the students preparing for civil services examination for this Edu Talks. You know, we have initiated this lecture series to enhance your subject knowledge and to provide a great insight into the various aspects related to the preparation for civil services examination. The main objective of this lecture series is to make you to understand the intricacies related to the UPSC prelims as well as mains examination. Every week we are taking up a different kind of topic through which you can enhance your intellectual capability. Mere having knowledge in different subjects is not enough to be successful in civil services examination. To be successful in civil services examination, apart from in-depth knowledge in various subjects, personality development is also very important. Your memory power is also very important. Your presentation skills are also very important. And your confidence level is also very important to be successful in this examination. So, in order to help the students, we have initiated this lecture series. And we are trying to bring the best of the best subject experts who are very closely associated with UPSC, who are very closely involved in various confidential activities related to UPSC and APPSC, TSPSC and other public service commission examinations. So their expert knowledge will be helpful for the students to be successful in different types of competitive examinations. So the main objective of this lecture series is to make you successful. Ultimately, the end result should be you have to be successful in UPSC examination. That is our objective. So therefore, I request all the student community, please attend these lectures on every Saturday at 4 o'clock. So therefore, I once again request that punctuality is also very important. 4 o'clock means 4 o'clock lecture has to start, because they are all eminent persons. So we are not supposed to make them to wait, right, for the sake of students, right? So therefore, once again, I request all the students, you please also inform your friends, motivate them to attend these lecture series so that they will be benefited out of these lectures. Okay, so without taking much time, now let me briefly introduce the today's speaker. You know, today's lecture is on UPSC exam hacks, memory and learning. Today's speaker is Dr. C.S. Vepa, who is an eminent person in training thousands of students for banking services examination. He was the director of National School of Banking for almost more than 20 years, and he has trained thousands of students for banking services examination, and he has produced almost 27,000 bank officers. It's not an easy task. Almost for the past 25 years, he has dedicated himself in training the students for various competitive examinations. So let me briefly present his about his achievements, because so that you can understand what kind of person he is and what about his expertise. Dr. C.S. Vepa is renowned memory expert, competitive exam specialist, employability skills trainer, and student success coach, dedicated to equipping students with the skills needed for academic and professional success. A Limca national record holder in memory, he got a Limca national record award, and let me tell you, he has just missed the Guinness Book of Records when he has given his performance in Ravindra Bharati for Guinness Book of Records. Even I was also there. I was also one of the judge during that time. He just missed that, and still again he is competing for that. And he was given a Best Teacher Award, especially in public speaking. He has transformed the lives of thousands through his expertise in study techniques, communication skills, and career readiness. As the director of the National School of Banking for 22 years, he impacted over 1 lakh students, guiding them toward success in competitive examinations and professional careers. Dr. Vepa conducts workshops for competitive exam aspirants, including civils aspirants, helping them master memory techniques. This is very, very important. His expertise is in memory techniques and efficient learning strategies to absorb various amounts of information quickly. Every day he spends time with students, ensuring they learn smarter, not harder. Under his guidance, more than 27,000 students have secured jobs in government, public, and private sectors, a testament to his impactful training. As the founder of Vepa Academy of Learning and Employability Skills, he has designed powerful programs like Empower to Excel, Interview Ready, and upskilling for teachers of new generation students, bridging the gap between education and employment. With extensive experience in memory training, learning strategies, and personality development, Dr. Vepa has helped countless students sharpen their skills in memory, interviews, public speaking, and workplace communication. He is frequently invited by colleges and universities to deliver lectures on learning, mastery, productivity, and career success. His mission is to ensure that every student is not just educated, but employable and future ready. He has authored two upcoming books. Destiny by Design. This is the title of the book. Destiny by Design, a guide to career success. Then another one, how to crack competitive exams using brain power. A manual for optimizing brain potential for exam success. Both these books will be released in April 2025 and available on Amazon soon. We are honored to have him with us today to share his insights on UPSC exam hacks, memory and learning. Let us give a warm welcome to Dr. C.S. Vepa. On behalf of Amigos IAS Academy, I invite Dr. C.S. Vepa to deliver his lecture. And let me tell you that most of the students have one problem, that they are working hard, they are reading so many books, but even after reading so many books, they are not able to retain what they have read. So retention of the knowledge is a big challenge for many students. So in this regard, I requested Dr. C.S. Vepa to present certain techniques with regard to the memory of the subject and the quick learning techniques, so which will be helpful for you to be successful in your examination. So, sir, this is our requirement. Kindly focus on memory techniques and learning techniques. Thank you very much. Please take over.
Thank you, Professor Ganesh Garu. Thank you, Professor Ganesh Garu. Thank you for your kind words. Hello, friends. Hello, IAS officers. What should I address you so that you will be excited? Are you going to be IAS officers? Yes or no? Sure? Can you say a bit louder? Okay, that's great. We are a bit delayed, but nothing to worry. Whatever I prepare to deliver, I will deliver. So this will be for 1.5 hours or so, and there are so many activities, and I would like to encourage all of you to participate in those activities. My voice is clear? Cameraman, you also have to confirm, right? So I am C.S. Vepa, that's you know, and topic also you know. So what is the objective of this session? I think all of you are able to see. So to equip civil service aspirant with powerful memory and learning techniques, enabling them to save time, retain information efficiently, and maximize their scores. This is what I kept in my mind. I want to save your preparation time. I want you to learn efficiently. I want you to score more marks in the exam. By attending this session, if you increase your score by 10 marks, will you be happy? Happy. Say, when you're happy, show that happiness. There is one technique how to be happy. Would you like to learn? So do you agree that you are not happy right now? Okay. I have this slide, maybe 60th slide or something like that, but I would like to show, give that immediately. Clear? So can you please stand? Take one pen or pencil in your hand. Whenever you are going to study, okay, regularly, or whenever you feel a bit dull, If you dull, you cannot learn quickly and efficiently. You have to tell your brain that you are happy, and if you say I am happy, it won't accept it. It wants some evidence, and that evidence is through some action. First action is this. Can you jump wherever you are, whatever is possible? Just at least raise your toes. Can you do that? Jump little like this. When you are at your home or room, you're all alone. You can jump? Are you sure? Can you jump? One more thing, take one pencil. Now I have pen here. I demonstrate it and you can follow that afterwards. Is it clear? Now whenever you are happy, your face will be bright. What about your mouth? Is it closed or wide open? Wide open. So we keep the pencil inside our mouth and we try to hold the pencil like this. When I remove my pen, am I looking happy? Yes or no? So whenever you are dull, you keep your pencil in the mouth for some time. Your brain thinks that you are happy because you are providing you a proof that you are keeping your mouth wide open. Hello? Are you getting the point? Today we are going to learn so many tips like that. They are going to work for you. In international workshops, for top CEOs, they teach all these simple techniques. I am sure after you become IAS officer, one IM professor will come and teach you this technique only. Then you have to say, you already know this. So if you want to learn quickly, you have to be very happy. And when you want to be happy, this is how you try to cheat your brain. Is it, can you put your pencil or pen for a minute or half a minute? Don't bite it. Okay? Keep it gently. Is this clear? Now happy hormones will start secreting and you are going to be really happy. Fine, thank you very much for your participation. Okay, sit comfortably. Fine agenda, we are going to teach or discuss memory process and what is effective learning. Then we are going to give you practical tips. What tips? Practical tips specially designed for you, your preparation. I am here to lessen your burden. I am not here to add some burden to you. Is it clear? Then we will have question and answers. Every question I am going to answer. Okay, related to memory and learning. Okay. Shalom, what are your problems related to memory and learning right now? Quickly, can you share what problems you are experiencing? You wanted to get rid of that? Yes, please. Okay, to get into the mood. Okay, so you're sitting, but it takes 20 minutes to keep yourself ready for learning. Good. I will solve that. Next one. Hey, come on, come on. Very good. ఎటో వెళ్ళిపోయింది మనసు. So once you start reading 1 page, 2 page, and after that it drifts away, goes somewhere. Your mind is busy, it is active, it is alert, but thinking something which you don't want at that time. That is a problem, very common problem. Okay, I will address that also. Yes, please. Revision problem is what? I used to have one problem in my childhood. I was unable to understand my own handwriting. So revision was impossible at the time. Is it like that? No. Fine. As a memory expert, I like the word revision very much. So I have some 2-3 slides only on revision. So if your problem is not covered at that time, you raise your hand. Clear? Yes. You're all going to be officers, right? Officers will not have any. Please.
Please, you ask your doubts, and language is not a barrier. తెలుగులో అడగాలనుకున్న వాళ్ళు తెలుగులో కూడా అడగొచ్చు. హిందీలో అడగాలనుకున్న వాళ్ళు హిందీలో అడగొచ్చు. If you want to ask in English, you can. Language is not at all a barrier.
I can understand Marathi also, right?
Yes, please.
Because my wife happens to be a Maharashtrian. So, yes, please. Yeah, please. You sit there, no problem, no stand required, okay? You're all going to be officers, and after maybe 2-3 years, I have to come and salute you because you are going to be an officer, right? We need to respect your designation. Very good. That's fine. It is about study plan. Okay, when you how to plan your schedule or how to plan your studies per a week or per month like that. Okay, so how many times you failed like that, my dear? Okay, maximum time is how many times you prepared like this? It happened once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. Okay, fine. Yes, I have not planned for time management, but I will answer this question. Okay, in the last. It comes under time management. Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah. Rest of you. You forget the things after some time. Yes. Okay, your problem in following the timetable. Okay. Do you remember your name? What's your name? Anusha. If anyone is remembering his or her name, that means the memory system is working well. Is it clear? If you can remember your name, you can remember anything under the world, under the sun. Clear? And you will just say the same thing after the lecture. Sure. Fine. Any other person? Last. How to? You can remember any amount of information. Clear? You have a laptop, you're right? When you bought, it is weighing something. Once your hard disk is full, the weight is same or it is going to increase? Because you have put some 1 TB data there. It won't increase, it will be the same. Similarly, your brain is also going to remember any amount of information. Clear? We discussed that also. You should know the technique to remember. Okay? For each subject, there is a different technique. If you do not adopt the proper technique, then you will experience problems like that. Clear? Your problem also going to be solved. Fine? Yeah. How to avoid? Overlooking. Okay.
While solving question paper, how to avoid overlooking of
Okay. You are reading the question paper. When you are in the examination hall, you understood the question in a particular way. After coming back, then you read the same paper, you found the question to be a bit different. That means you have overlooked some part of the question when you were in the examination hall. And that really costs you a lot, because you will not be able to provide the complete answer to the question. Is it clear? Sure. That comes under speed reading, but definitely I will tell you what to do. Clear? Fine, thank you very much for asking me. At any point of time in the lecture, just raise your hand. I will stop. You can ask me questions. You need not postpone. Clear? It is a structured program. My PPT will not change. It will be there as it is. So you are given power to disturb me at any point of time. Is it, deal is okay? Fine? Sure. So we are going to discuss the solutions. Clear? The rest of the portion, rest of the session is only for solutions. Diagnosis is over. So every one of you will be having some pattern. Pattern means what you're repeatedly you're doing. Someone knows how to study, he keeps on studying perfectly. And because his pattern is designed in that particular way. Someone's pattern is to get disturbed. Like our friend, she has shared. She has problem in following the schedule. That is the pattern and keeps on it happening like that because she is into that loop. Like that, good habit or bad habit, you need to understand you are victim of that particular pattern. If it is working for good, it's fine, you can continue. If it is not working for you, it means you need to understand what is that loop and you need to come out of that particular loop. This session will help you to identify how that loop is happening, how you entered that particular loop and what you are supposed to do to come out of that. Is this clear? At least you acknowledge that something is happening automatically. You know auto mode, na? At least you are familiar with the word auto mode. When a flight is in auto mode, pilot just, even though they are there, it is the computer that runs the aeroplane. I have a pilot student. He tells me that exactly it lands on the particular line. If you observe the aeroplane, it's only because of auto mode. So you also can get into auto mode, but we want that auto mode should lead you to success, not to failure. So you need to identify what is happening with you. That awareness is going to help you to design a new pattern or a new habit. So during my course of lecture, definitely you will see so many things happening in your case, and you just note down what you are supposed to make change or difference. So habits auto mode, and we are going to change the habits. So new pattern is going to develop. So new auto mode is going to be reality once you practice the new patterns. Is this clear? So some student, how do they read just like that and they get selection? Because their pattern is like that. So whenever you meet a successful student, you try to assess what is the pattern with them and what pattern that you are having, where to make the changes. Do you agree with this? So you are nothing but a product of your habits. What is the meaning of habit? What you repeatedly do. Sometimes you do without your knowledge also. Clear? Some people, in simple words, you are programmed to get disturbed and that happens repeatedly. You are programmed to focus, that also happens repeatedly in an automatic way. So, how many of you are first timers? Oh, fine, majority. Okay. So, can anyone be volunteer? Just ask some personal questions. Hello? Don't worry, I won't ask you secrets. Anyone? Yeah. What's your name? Huh? Tarak. Tarak, you use mic. It's not for us, it's for the recording also, right? So Tarak, tell me, how many marks you got in your degree?
Sir, around 7.9 GPA.
7.9?
9.
So approximately 79%. Can we take it?
Yes.
Okay. Semester system?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Each semester approximately how many papers?
Almost 6 papers.
6 papers. Honestly tell me how much time you spend for each exam?
Almost like 2 days, and mainly
2 days.
the night before the exam.
Night before, okay. I appreciate your
Honestly.
boldness, okay. You are accepted what really happened. Same is the case with everyone or most of you. And with that 1 day preparation,
Yes.
2 day preparation, you got 79%. And that has become a pattern for you. Now you are coming to civics preparation. In civics examination, if you get 79% marks, where will you be? You will be the history creator. For getting IAS, how many marks? Can you get me from previous results? You might be having some idea.
Sir, nearly 50%.
50. So 50 to 55%. That means second class. Most of the time, the first timers have problem. They have developed a pattern of working for a day or two and getting 70, 80, 90%. They think that it can easily crack, civics can be easily cracked. Because if I prepare for a day or two, I can crack it. But once you give the first attempt, you will face the music. Oh, it is not working. Many times, first timers, and if someone doesn't realize, even second timers also, they think that the way they prepared for their academic exams, the same strategy, same methodology has to be applied even for the civics examination. They don't understand the difference between academic exam and competitive exam. The way you memorize the lessons in your degree, the way you are supposed to do right now, both are not same. What is that? Both are not same. Remember Balaya, I cannot imitate him. Both are not same. So you need to first understand what is the difference between an academic exam and a competitive exam. So the objective is different. What is the objective in academic exams? No, we have a senior professor sitting with us. Any professor, any teacher, any lecturer, when he evaluates the paper, academic exams, what would be his concern? Let me give marks to him. If someone is in the border, they will search all the answers once again. Can I add one mark here, 1 mark here? Can I add half mark here? They're so merciful, very kind. They want to add marks. Got my point? Whereas in competitive examination, the evaluator, what will you do? Where can I cut? Where can I cut? Where can I cut? Where can I cut? And you are habituated for academic exams and expecting similar score in the competitive exam. Now you really do not know what happened. Why are you getting low scores when you are writing answers? Mock exams. You got my point? You have to be perfect. You have to give answers exactly the way they expect you to. We also discuss how to write answers. But understand the objective is totally different. There the objective is to make you pass. Here the evaluator knows that the country's development or future is in the hands of the evaluator. If they don't select the right candidate, the country is going to suffer. So they behave with a lot of responsibility and they will be very, very careful in the evaluation process. Stick to rules. And in academic exams, only one person evaluate, but civils, how many people evaluate? Yeah, minimum 2. Okay, separately. Then if there is some discrepancy, they may call some other person also. So it may change 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, but understand more than one person. Why? There shouldn't be any bias, no partiality. Clear? Professionalism. So that is why you are going to get low marks. Even for 50 to 55% of marks, you will be assured of the coveted post, that is IAS. So this exam is different, objective is different. Then success rate. Now 10th class exams are running. 5 lakh students from Telangana, they are preparing, they are appearing. How many people are or can get first class? Everyone has a chance of getting first class. Is there any limit on number of first classes? No. Is there any limit on 70%, 80%, 90%? Every student can get even 100% also. Possibility is there. There is no limit on success in academic exams. But what about your civils exam? How many people will be in the selected list? If they give vacancies 943, how many names will be there in the final select list? 943. Whether 1 lakh candidates are attempting, 2 lakh appearing, 10 lakh appearing, 1 crore candidates are appearing, finally success come to only to those 943. Got my point? Success is limited. So there is no limit. So somehow you got 70%, 80%, you are happy, but now that magic will not work here. Because measurement is you got selection or not. You cannot say my name is in the waiting list number 1. Bullet diginda leda, that is important. You are selected, not selected, only 2 outcomes. So success rate is different. So your way of preparation, your way of performance should be totally different from what you did for academic exams. So now you ask yourself, what kind of difference you are showing in the preparation part? How you prepared in academic exams, how you are preparing for now. And selection is competitive academic exams, and when it is competitive examination, same evaluator will try to reject. You made a mistake, he will kick you. You are out of the game. They will be waiting when you are going to make a mistake. Is it clear? Maybe prelims, maybe mains or interview, you are making a mistake, you yourself will like self-goal only, right? So that kind of problem is not there in academic exams. So this is what I already told you. For academic exams, your mind is tuned. Now you have to convert that for competitive exams. Honestly ask yourself what you are doing. Clear? At least from today onwards, how you used to prepare academic exams and now how you are supposed to prepare for competitive exam. Are you showing the difference to yourself or not? Check yourself. A quote by Alvin Toffler. How many of you know this gentleman? So, read Future Shock, one book, popular book. Now, his quotation about learning. Yeah, can anyone read this? I'm trying to engage you, yeah. So, the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Now, what is the meaning of unlearn? You are following some pattern, break that pattern, new pattern, then again something new comes, you have to update yourself. This is how you need to keep on learning, unlearning and relearning. At least you heard about the word upskilling, reskilling. Whenever Modi speaks, these two words will be there. So you are in this generation, every day you are supposed to unlearn and relearn. Do you know any IAS officer? Personally, you know him? Or at least you heard about him? Hello? Or you might have studied the biographies of some IAS officers. They join as a probationary officer. Then, after the probation period, they will be appointed as some joint collector, then that is about district management. Then they move to the secretariat, secretary, principal secretary, like that. So today they are in education department. After some time, he will be posted to industry department. After that, agriculture. After that, tribal welfare. Now, do you see the movement like that? So they are going to handle entire department. How much time they get to get command on the department? How their mind switches so fast? Hello? Did you ever think about this? Are they having any special capabilities? They are also like you only at this age. You are also going to exhibit all those qualities when you become IAS officer. But how do you acquire those skills? That happens only through your preparation. When you keep your mind open for learning, unlearning and relearning, learning becomes very, very easy. But the problem with many students, they don't want to unlearn. They hold it. This is only correct. This is the only method I follow. I was taught like this only. For a period of time, that becomes a roadblock for you. You have to avoid such kind of blocks. So anything you need to learn, you have to learn quickly. Your mind is capable, understand. It is only your inaction or misconception about your brain power that is stopping you. Clear? So the qualities of an IAS officer, they are developed over a period of time when they prepare for the examination. Clear? We come to this point. UPSC Kundli matching. Anyone got married here? Did you check your horoscopes? Yes or no? Okay. In India, we have a culture of matching the horoscopes of bride and bridegroom. And there is something known as 36 points. Out of 36 points, if any pair gets 18 or above, the Pandit will say, go ahead with the marriage. If the score is less than 50%, that is 18, 17 or less than that, Pandit will say, okay, wait for another match. He will not say it is bad, he will say wait for another match. When UPSC wants to select officers for the country, it also matches you. It knows what qualities are required for an IAS officer, and when it conducts prelims, mains and interview, it is testing indirectly to what extent there is matching. Ideal situation, do they exist? Science students, can you tell me? Ideal situation, do they exist? Or a science student? No, they don't exist. Similarly, no one will have matching of 36 out of 36. Hello? If you can manage 50% and above, you are selected. That is the thing now. Anyone is getting 50 to 55% marks, they are getting selection. So don't aim at 100%, not required. But at least 50% you should match. So understand from today onwards, what are the qualities required for an IAS officer? For he or she work as an IAS officer, and what qualities I have right now. So what qualities I am supposed to inculcate in me, develop in me, and start working for them. You also will be able to learn very quickly. Okay, you can move from one subject to another subject. Most of you might, by this time, you might have understood that you are supposed to read diversified subjects. This is also a kind of training, IAS training. Already you are getting training to make your brain to learn different things. If you are a science student, now you have to learn economics. You are an engineering student, now you are supposed to learn biology. You cannot escape. But in this process, you are tuning your brain to learn anything quickly, because that is what is required for an IAS officer. With this understanding, you read those books. Otherwise, till now what you are doing? Biology is boring, keep aside. History is boring, keep aside. But now understand, history is required for an IAS officer. Biology required for an IAS officer. Is it clear? So UPSC is looking for attributes an IAS officer. And what is the meaning of an officer? What is the meaning of a clerk? Are they same, both same? I'm able to make you speak. So if they are not same, in what way they are not same? More responsibilities. Officer is having more responsibilities. Now what is the meaning of responsibility? Okay. Finally it comes to one thing. He has to take decisions. He is given authority to take decisions. Spider-Man 2, the last dialogue, can anyone recollect? With greater power comes greater responsibility. So, don't look at only the power they are enjoying, look at the responsibility that they are shouldering. So, it is all about decisions. Now, your decision making ability, their decision taking ability, is it matching? How good you are in taking decisions? And when you take decisions based on facts and figures, or you take decisions basing on your whims and fancies, or your emotion, moody. No. They are all part of mediocres. You are going to be most responsible persons. You are going to be very professional. Clear? So, based on facts and figures, decisions have to be made. Not only that, sometimes or most of the time, you have to make analysis from the available facts and figures, and basing on the analysis, you are supposed to take the decisions. So what you require for making decisions? Facts and figures, as well as analysis based on facts and figures. Do you agree up to this point? Is it okay? So now you check yourself, how good you are in decision making. How many times you took decisions in the spur of the moment. So that personality will not make you successful. You have to think, you have to analyze, then take a decision. Smallest thing also you have to implement this. Where to sit in the chair when you come to the classroom. That is also a decision. Every second we keep on taking decisions. Understand that. If you learn the technique of taking proper decisions, you are going to be the best administrator. We'll talk about that later. But now facts and figures, this is what you have to keep in mind. Now Bloom's taxonomy, how many of you are aware of this? Civil service examination, constable examination, is it one and same? There also mathematics is there, there also GK is there, here also GK is there. But is it same? Now in what way it is different? Can you describe the depth? I agree with you. Your answer is correct. But what is the meaning of depth? Okay. Logic in the question will be there for IAS or for constable? Constable, let us take a clerk examination. Officer and clerk. Fine. Right. Absolutely. Now you are trying to understand. So Bloom's taxonomy, it gives the framework for teaching, learning, and assessment or testing. So what to be followed while teaching, what to be followed for learning, what to be followed for conducting an examination. This gives the framework. So the remember means recalling of facts and basic concepts, define, duplicate, or memorize, repeat, state. Understand means classify, describe, discuss, explain. If you go like this, if you can come to the evaluate, justify a stand or decision, apprise, argue, defend, judge, select, support, criticize, all those words. Now, did you see UPSC mains paper? What kind of word they will be using? Justify your answer. Critically evaluate. Did you prepare the list of all those words? Do that. For the last 10 years, whatever word they used while framing the question, you must know that word and the meaning of that word also. Because of that positive time, I am unable to give everything, but understand there is difference between the questions coming from here, questions coming from here. Lower level examinations, they are mostly, they check the facts and figures. But once you move up, civil service examination, they check your higher order thinking skills. They want to see how do you judge, because that is going to decide the way you take decisions. So they are testing your abilities of decision making by asking questions on higher order thinking skills. This is important for us because when the paper is designed for UPSC mains, they have kept this in their mind. That means when you're preparing your answers for the civil service main examination, you should understand the difference between each level. When you give your answer, you should give answer as per the question, not as per the information you have. One mistake people, they do that. They know something, they write that. No. You are supposed to write something what they have asked for. So, your way of preparation, your way of thinking must change. Then it looks very easy for you to remember. If you are stuck up here, you always think, I am not able to remember this, not able to remember that. They are not testing your memory, they are testing your ability to justify, your ability to evaluate. So, try to keep this frame in your mind whenever you are learning. And let me tell you, once you are trained for higher order thinking skills, this become very, very easy, automatic. Once you know how to manage 100 people, is it difficult to manage 10 people? So, I am trying to give you the basic root of your thinking process so that the way you look at the subject itself will change. By the way, Bloom's taxonomy is compulsory for all colleges. Okay, NAC will ask whether college you did some program on Bloom's taxonomy for your faculty members or not. Okay, but even though it is there for last 30-40 years, very few people know it. So an aspirant should master Yeah, finally, let us see what are we supposed to do. You are supposed to acquire knowledge, or you must know how to acquire the knowledge. Then you must know how to retain that knowledge. Then you must know how to analyze that particular information that you collected and retained. Then you must also know how to evaluate that particular knowledge. Then finally, you have to know how to present that. Because in the examination, you have to present, maybe written or interview verbally. So when you are preparing on any particular topic, these are the different things you have to keep in mind. When you are learning something, today you attended one lecture on some concept. That means how you are supposed to prepare. Hey, what is this subject? Then how can I remember this? Then how can I present this? Or how can I compare that topic with other topics? How can I apply that? Then finally, how can I present this? Everything should be done on the same day. Till now, what you are doing? Today there is a topic on air pollution. Faculty tells something, you read something, then you come home. If you like, you revise, otherwise you forget that. Your brain is designed to forget, not to remember. Remember that. Your brain is designed to forget, not to retain. If you want to retain, you have to do some push. Now onwards, air pollution means, hey, what is air pollution? What are the different terms? Then how it is connected with a daily application? What can I do for it? How can I solve this problem? And you are writing a summary, or you are explaining that to someone. That means you are taking care of even the presentation skills. If you do like this, automatically you will have natural memory. It is not difficult, it looks difficult. But once you start, it becomes a pattern for you. Automatically, the program will be running in your brain. So, when you are listening to a lecture, everything will be happening in your mind. So, you are to tune yourself for that particular pattern. Is this clear? Any questions? So, follow my instructions carefully and do as I say. Let us have small activity. Are you ready? You need not stand. Okay, comfortable. But follow my instructions carefully and please do as I say. Now, can you show me your palms, both the palms? Flick your fingers. Clap. Show the right hand index finger to the ceiling. Make rounds fast. Now, keep your right hand index finger on your chin. Hey, this is cheek. Chin is here. You're all going to be civil servants. Don't you know the difference between chin and cheek? You know. I said do as I say. Did I say do as I do? Yes, if I say, do, do. There is a difference and you know the difference. You have that knowledge, you have that intelligence of discriminating these two words, but still, why you fail? Pleasant Saturday evening, nice AC room, you're relaxed, no tension. Even then, you fail to apply your knowledge, your intelligence for your benefit. Do you agree with that? But did you expect any time that, like that, can it happen with you? No. But it happened. You proved to yourself just now. This is what happens in the examination also, madam. Now you got the point, some clue why it happens. Shall I give you one more opportunity? If you ask, I will give you. If you don't ask, loudly. Okay. So, follow my instructions carefully. Do as I say. Show me your palms, both the palms. Flick your fingers. Now show me your index finger. This time you are more careful. Fine? Now you ask yourself, how could I fail in the first test? And why you are successful in second round? Can you tell me? What happened in between these two experiments? Did you drink any Red Bull or any energy drink? No. Any extra intelligence you got? No. Same intelligence, same knowledge. What happened now? You are more conscious. As you are more conscious, you are able to utilize your own potential, your own intelligence. If you can carry this kind of awareness and keep it for 3 hours in the examination hall, madam, you don't make any such kind of mistakes. We are hurry. As you're running, you do not have control on yourself. So with your normal intelligence, normal knowledge, you can crack civils, that is possible. But this type of awareness is required. Chalo. So we need to improve ourselves very much. So all of you just think, if you can improve only 1% better than yesterday, in 1 year, what is going to be the growth? In the beginning, I told you, you can think like IAS officers. You can learn like IAS officers, provided you improve yourself, you promise yourself to improve 1% only. So what you were doing yesterday, today 1% should be better. Tomorrow, you should be 1% better than what you are doing today. If you go with 1% scheme, within 1 year, you will be 37 times better than what you are right now. That means 1% growth is enough. You have 1 month preparation, 1 year preparation, you can mold yourself and you can prove yourself that you deserve IAS because you are 37 times better than what you are today. But continuously, every day you need to compete with yourself. Always compete with yourself. No, don't compete with others. If you compete with yourself, you are going to improve or experience that improvement immediately. When you compare with others, you will be frustrated. Okay, I don't want that happen to you. So similarly, if you are worse 1% day by day, after 1 year, you are going to be just 0.03. That means 3% of what you were today. So you decide where you want to be. And this is taken from a book, Atomic Habits. I want every one of you to read it. If you are not writing the exam in the month of May, okay? When is the prelims? May. How many are attempting that? Okay. So except you, remaining people, you can read. Okay, it is freely available in the net. Atomic Habits by James Clear. You must read it. Otherwise, at Mussoorie, some professor will come and teach you the same thing. Okay. So let us get into one technique. What is the name of the technique? One husband, 6 wives formula. Okay, one husband can have 6 wives only in imagination, not in reality. Okay. Your basic preparation starts with reading newspaper. Now, everywhere current affairs is playing a role. Earlier there used to be separate current affairs. Now, everything is current affairs only. For current affairs, you have to read newspaper. Whatever you read newspaper, if you want to remember for a long time, you need to follow different method of reading. Normally people, how do they read? How are you reading? You're just saying like this, that means just like that. Okay. You have your own pattern. Okay. So I will change that pattern little bit. Normally we read the caption. If the caption is interesting, we try to read the content. Till now it is okay. If caption is not interesting, you will not read. Clear? So if caption is interesting, useful for your preparation, you are going to go through the content. Now this is a very powerful technique, and what name I gave you? Magnetic. Like magnet attracts iron, your brain will attract information and you will retain it for a long time just by following this simple technique. How many of you read today's newspaper? At least one topic, can you tell me? Huh? Earthquake. Huh? Yes. Okay, regarding GST. Okay. Let it be any topic. Ask questions. Read the caption, don't read the content. Hold it. Read the caption, then raise questions in your mind. Suppose earthquake, where it happened, how much, why it happened. You have to raise questions by using these terms. Husband is how, and all WH questions are wives. You need not write these questions. Raise these questions in your mind. Any caption. How much time it takes you to create questions in your mind? Few seconds, not answers, questions. After raising questions, now read the content. Now read the content. So by spending 5 to 6 seconds, you are raising the questions, then you are reading the content. By reading the content this way, you will find answers to every question that you have. Every question that you raised. Now this is going to stay for a long time. You want, you can experiment it. Tonight only you experiment it. After a month or 2 months also you remember, because you have used a technique to attract information. Our brain's ability is, whenever you raise a question, it will attract information. You can write it as a universal formula. Night you raise a question, by morning you get some answer to that question. Because you sleep, but your brain does not sleep. It keeps on working 24 hours. One of the functions of brain is analysis, generating ideas. Brain is not just meant for remembering. It is not just storing device. It creates so many things. So, if you raise questions, then you read, you are going to remember. Now apply this concept to textbooks. You have a chapter. In the chapter, they give some objectives or what you are going to learn this chapter. Then raise questions and then read it. When you are attending a lecture, you keep on raising questions on that lecture. You will find answers in the subsequent part of the lecture. And if the lecturer does not give answer, you can ask the lecturer, can you give me answer to these questions? Hello, is this clear? Are you going to implement it? Sure? Okay. Then steps in learning a new topic. What do I know about it already? Whenever you study on your own or whenever you attend any lecture on any topic, the moment topic is announced, you should ask yourself, what do I already know about it? Every one of you knows something about everything. It's not my assumption, it is the thing. You know something about everything. It is not that I don't know anything. You may not be able to express, but you know something. So, the first thing is, when you sit in the class or when you are about to open the book, what do I know about it? If you ask this question, your brain keeps pulling information from your memory, what you already know about it. And it makes you ready to learn something new. If you skip this, you are missing the vital part in your memory. If you are missing this, you are missing, or if you fail to ask this question, you can't remember that lesson for a long time. So I'm giving you so much workable solutions to your problems. This is how the brain works. You want brain to favor you and use it optimally. So your brain, for anything it wants you to, keep warm up. Like, warm up exercises. This is a warm up question that you need to ask for learning anything new. Next one, what are the new points? Then, what are the keywords? What is the meaning of keyword? The most important word. Whatever you listen or whatever you read, it contains words. The words are two types, keywords, and what are the other words? Supporting words. There was a king. There was a king. How many words? 4. What is the keyword? King. There was a, these 3 are there to support the keyword. From today onwards, whatever you read, whatever you listen, you must focus on keywords. What notes you should take? Keywords. Link newly learned points with what you already know. This is very, very, very important. This is something which you already know. This is something new. And whenever you are learning something new, you need to connect the newly acquired point with what you already know. You need to associate. You need to link them up. Then, after some time, the newly acquired thing also becomes old. This may serve as platform to link with something else as new. This is how you started building up knowledge. The concepts that were discussed in 5th class, they were also discussed 6th, 7th, 8th, but every year they are adding some points. So once you ask yourself, what do you know about you? What you already know, it will come into surface. Now you have an opportunity to associate the newly acquired information with the thing that you already know. If you skip this, the newly acquired point will be hovering here and there. But nothing is there to bind it. Nothing is there to connect it. So over a period of time, you tend to forget. Are you getting the point? If you do not connect, you are likely to miss the newly acquired information. You are spending lot of money, lot of time learning something only to forget. So by asking simple question, what do I know about it? You are able to acquire wonderful memory. Is this clear? So memory technique doesn't mean some formula will be there and just like that, zoom, you are going to memorize the entire. Not like that. We understand how our brain works. We fine tune our learning process to match with what brain likes. Then that is how we improve our natural memory. Clear? Are you ready to experiment these stages? Then revise. Will you write down these points? Very important. When I teach memory techniques to children, I don't teach all these things. For them, their wavelength is different. Their objective is different. More fun. But here, fun alone cannot give you success. You need to understand everything from the roots. Then one more. Whenever you read any topic, you need to, any subject, first read it, first understand, then you can read, then understand. If you don't understand, what will you do? Read it again. Then after understanding, visualize. What is the meaning of visualization? When you close your eyes, you should be able to see that. That is visualization. Your brain likes it. So adopt this visualization, whatever topic that you are trying to learn. Initially, you need to put some effort, but once it gets into the pattern, it happens automatically. Then it is R stands for revise, then test. Very, very, very important thing is test. For most of you, mock test or any test is only an examination. But for me, test means it consolidates your memory. It shows where the gaps are. It gives an opportunity to fill the gaps. So even you study for 20 minutes, let there be a test. How test can be conducted? Short answer, multiple choice, matching, fill up the blank. Let it be any model. Each model is good. Everything is good. But you must allow yourself to be tested. Then when you're all alone, how can you allow yourself to be tested? Maybe you have some friend, you ask them to ask questions. Right? Children, what do? From this page to this page, or from this paragraph to this paragraph. Ask anything. See, slowly we are trying to establish a new pattern so that once you practice, that gets into auto mode. Testing is very, very important. Clear? Then go for revision. And this is the process. Write it down, follow it. Consciously follow for 7 to 10 days, then automatically it becomes your integral system. Any topic. Any questions on this? For civil service examination, in my observation, you should have a bird's eye view for everything. You may skip some minute details, but you should know what it is. Kumbh Mela. Can you expect a question on this year mains examination? Yes? In what way they can ask? Tell about Kumbh Mela, for how many years it will come, something like that. They are for lower level. They are lower level exam. Now you are going to an administrator. For an administrator, what kind of question they have to ask? You see, context is Kumbh Mela, same for lower level exams, higher level exam. But for you, it will be different. Yeah, now I want to know your inputs. How can they ask a question or create a question on a Kumbh Mela? Because that is the biggest event in India in 2025 till now. Yeah. Crowd management, beautiful. Because you have to deal with managing people, managing crowd, definitely they can ask you a question on that. Next. Water cleaning, you mean to say sanitation? Okay, it is also part of group management, yes. But good, now you started thinking. UPSC is going to conduct examination for everyone, so there won't be any partial. Okay? They don't question any religious sentiment. They don't condemn also. Okay? So very balanced way they ask question. So religion improvement, no. You have to reframe it. Culture, heritage, economy, historical aspect, okay. Geographical mapping. When they ask historical, it becomes a stock question because we don't change, we cannot change, and it's believed on assumptions, right? Now, what happened? Do you know any historical data, to be frank? Any recorded evidence? No. And even it is there, it won't change. They don't ask questions like that. Okay, can you, anyone take one more chance? Huh? Economy. Recovery. Okay, so I'll put it in rejuvenating rivers. Okay, fine. So is there any damage because of Kumbh Mela? Okay, it's fine. See, now you started thinking different possibilities of asking a question at civil service level. We are not talking about 12 years, 144 years, who is the Chief Minister of UP here. There can be a question, how technology used for managing crowds. Did they use technology? Now, did any newspaper cover that? Rare. But newspaper writes article for general public. They don't write for civil service aspirants. We use to the extent we need it. So start thinking about what is the context and how higher order thinking levels can be tested by creating a question on that particular topic. Economy is also good choice because a lot of economic activity happened because of Kumbh Mela, and it reported, I am not confirming, the military people of different countries, they came and studied how the crowd is managed. So if you start thinking like this, you will see the possibility of asking questions on higher order thinking skills. This is what you are supposed to do. This is preparation. When you start thinking like this, simple facts, they become easy for you to memorize. You don't put any effort to remember them, automatically you will remember because you are working at a higher pedestal. Hello? Are you getting the point? So for everything, you ask yourself, do I know something about vaccination? Do you know something about AIDS? Do you know something about XYZ? You should know something about everything. Clear? Whenever you are free, just when you are walking, you start asking yourself these questions. And when you ask, as it is said in the Bible, you ask, you will be provided. Similarly, you ask, your brain will give you that. Or it will show you the way where you get the information. This is also, whether you believe it or not, your brain has a wonderful capacity to attract information provided it is triggered properly. I have more than 1,000 examples to share with you. So once I was looking for some piece of information, in those days when I prepared for civils, there are no internet, nothing like that. So I was looking for some information, and one day I was having Palli on the Tankman Road. Palli is given in some newspaper, no? They make it as like small packet, and whatever I wanted, that is there in that. One day I was just passing through Abbots Road, there's an old book stall on the pavement, and I got the information in a book that is there. So many are there. So I'm convinced that if I want something, I'll tell my brain and it will start attracting. It can happen with you also, believe it. Because your brain is designed like that. Or when you're traveling, someone will sit next to you and he will give you the information. So what is required here? What should be done by you? Initiation, ask questions to yourself. Okay, I need this. Then it will come to you. So it looks some magic, but really it happens. Now when you're thinking about something and you didn't get, then after a day or so, suddenly you got an insight, yeah, it is available there. Something, it didn't happen? No? So use your brain. So my book is that only. Use your brain to crack competitive examinations. So is your memory good? What do you think about your memory? Yes, please. Good or bad? ఏదో కొంచెం చెప్పండి. Good. Okay. If it is good, we'll make it better. Okay. But understand, there is nothing like good or bad. It is given by Harry Lauren, Pitamaha of memory, of modern age. See, we cannot categorize someone's memory as good or bad, but only one thing, trained or untrained memory. You are not following any techniques, you didn't get any training in memory, your memory is untrained memory. You are introduced some techniques, you are going to have trained memory. Before the session, what was your memory? Untrained memory. After the session, trained memory, because you are getting some point, training. So trained memory is more effective when compared with untrained memory. You are what you, finally you are what you remember. Okay? Finally what you remember is going to decide what you can become. So memory is a skill. What is the meaning of skill? Ability to do something efficiently, right? Okay? So, skill means very simple thing. Driving is a skill. Is it connected with whether you have to be graduate or educated or not? No. Male or female? No. Swimming? No. Cooking? No. You take any skill, skill means one can learn, one can master, one can train others. When I created Limca record, it means you also can do that. I am not feeling great about it. In fact, I did that record only because my daughters asked me. Otherwise, I was not having much in grade of those records. So, skill means one can learn, one can become master, one can train others. Memory is also like that. That means all of you can improve your memory. So for sure, that is what I wanted to tell you. You can improve your memory. And 4 stages of mastering any skill. Now can you tell me what are those 4 stages? First, you do not know what it is. Now you came to know, but you cannot do. You never saw anyone swimming, so you do not know what is swimming. But suddenly you saw one day someone swimming, then you know that you don't have that skill. Then you started learning. When you are learning, you are very, very conscious. After practicing, what happens? You can swim comfortably. You are riding a bike. Initially, it is comfortable or uncomfortable? Uncomfortable. But once you start practicing, it becomes comfortable. But understand, whenever you move from different stages, okay, you will be having some pain, some friction. But you need to withstand at that particular time. You are not supposed to give up. When you are learning the bike, where is clutch, where is brake, where is accelerator, everything is confusing. And you will be checking physically whenever you want to apply brake. Brake is here, press here. But now, does it have you? Do you see where is brake? You will be zooming out, maybe 60, 70, 80 kilometers also, automatically, because the pattern has set into auto mode. So, any skill, including memory, can get into auto mode provided you follow, provided you don't give up when there is some kind of friction. Now we are discussing so many techniques. When you are implementing consciously, you feel, yeah, time is being wasted. But understand, this is the testing stage. From here, you move to the comfort zone, comfort range. So our brain is naturally designed to forget. Is already told you. You want to remember, you need to do some kind of pushing work. 3 phases of memory formation. Whenever you want remembering, your remembering means there are 3 things happening. Recording is happening, storing is happening, and finally recollection is happening. These are the three basic phases. Now, what are the input devices for the brain? All 5 sense organs. The information comes and it goes to the brain, and that is how the brain is going to remember. But understand, there is selective memory. What is the meaning of that? Your eyes are reading, you are listening some lesson, everything is reaching brain, but brain is not allowing the entire information to be stored. For storing, it has some filters. And these filters are again developed by you only unconsciously. What is your favorite color? White. So when you go to a shop to buy some dresses for you, the person who is next to you or who came along with you, when you say your favorite color, you will see that, he will not see that. He or she will see her or his favorite color. Then you have to say it is there in a top 3, left side, right side. Then you will say. Someone in your family joined a job in a company, from that day onwards you will listen more about that company in the newspaper. Earlier also same similar information, but you did not notice. But now onwards you notice because your filter is opened. Someone joined in LIC, from that day onwards you listen a lot about LIC. It happens. This is how the system works. So my question is, these filters are developed on your own without your knowledge. Your likes, your dislikes, your wants, your desires, everything plays an important role. So we have to understand what filters are operating and how to change those filters. This is a bit higher concept, but I leave this here itself, because you need to understand everything we are not remembering because there are some filters. Not physical filters, no? There is storing. What is the capacity of our brain? Did you ever complain that your memory is full? Your human brain is having wonderful capacity. 2.5 million GB, gigabytes of digital memory is the average storing capacity of an average adult human being. 2.5 million gigabyte. How many books you have for preparation? 100 books. And each book you digitalize. Maybe 100 MB, or maybe 50 MB. That's all. Entire thing, 5,000, maybe less than that. But you have 2.5 million. So never complain that your brain is full. Another researcher put it in a funny way. If you watch YouTube video, and you remember every frame of YouTube video, your human memory capacity is, if you watch YouTube for 300 years, continuously, without break, every bit your brain can remember. That is the capacity. That means, your books, your material, nothing. It is a minuscule, small amount. So never complain that your brain is full. It has, like a Pushpaka Vimana, it has something, some more space to accommodate whatever you are going to learn. So keep on learning. And do not compare human storing capacity of human brain with any storing device we use in computers. The difference is, if you store one file in a hard disk, after 10 years also it will be there. But human brain, you store one data that may be erased after some time. Don't expect. The way this memory works, that memory works, both are different. Don't expect them to be same. That's why I told you, human brain is designed to forget. We tend to forget. There are various factors that influence your memorization. Recalling the information, ability to recall as and when you require. Okay? Not after the need. In the examination hall, while writing the exam, you need to recollect the answer. If you recollect after coming back home, that memory is useless. It's as if you didn't learn that particular thing. Okay? So, during the test or exams, and there are different types of tests, we already see, if you keep on taking tests, you will have the ability to recollect fast. Okay? In that way also, exams are very, very important. Clear? Learning style. One filter I can tell you, you see people learn in a different ways, and that is why we have 3 basic types of learning style. Anyone heard about learning style? Okay. So there are differences between students, individual differences. We learn something by looking at it. We learn something by listening. We learn something by doing on our own. But the percentage of influence or the way we learn is a dominant in different people. Okay, visual may be dominant in some people. Audio learner, their audio mode of learning is dominant in some people. Similarly, kinesthetic means something related to body, something related to movement, something related to emotion. You should learn what type of learning style is dominant in you. And if you adopt that, then you are going to learn quickly and efficiently. Is this clear? Hello? Then do you know your learning style? You know, you don't know? You know. So, use your dominant learning style for learning. Now, you do one thing. Can you scan this? You will be taken to one Google form. After this session, because we are running late, I don't want to lose the valuable time. So after the session, you fill the Google form and submit. It takes just 5 to 6 minutes only. Then check your email. You will know what dominant style of learning is there. Is this clear? And I will be the form collects your name and email ID only, no more details. And that data will be safe with me, don't worry. Okay. Fine. Now let us talk about, if you are visual, you learn more by seeing. These are the people, if faculty writes something on the board, they will write everything. In the notebook also, everything will be there. These are visual. They always look for visual inputs. These are the people who are good in drawing. These are the people who always look at the table, diagrams, compulsorily they go through it. Audio learners, they want sound. They are more interested in talking to others. But understand, if you are an audio learner, you have to record your voice and listen to your lectures. I mean, those sounds. Instead of listening to HM song, FM songs, you listen to your lessons. You learn quickly. Kinesthetic, you have to do everything on your own. So you please fill up this form and you will get the report, and also send you what type of techniques you have to follow basing on your learning style. Okay, that is a compliment thing from my side. Okay. So fill it and submit after the session. So a lot is there, and the filters are formed here only. Okay, and you need to follow what is dominant in you. Clear? I don't want to say more. If I say more, the testing will be affected. Activity, close your eyes and follow my instructions. So one more time, close your eyes. No standing, just. I will ask you a simple question and you will get the answer, but do not open your eyes till I ask you to open. Okay? Please recollect the name of the school where you studied your 10th class. Recollect the name of the school where you studied 10th class. Keep your eyes closed. Okay, slowly open your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. Are you able to recollect the name of the school? The moment I said school 10th, already it is there. Now, can anyone share what happened when you close your eyes? What happened exactly in you, in your brain? Huh? Okay. Can you say a bit louder? Conscious about what? Listening. Then? Did you get the name of the school? What is that?
Pragati Composite High School.
Okay. So when you were thinking of the school name, what you saw in your mind? School building?
Yes.
Then you say conscious, you saw school building, the board, the way it was written. And then what happened? Environment. So you saw the board, main entrance, and I am not saying open your eyes, then what happened? You went inside. You saw your classroom. You saw your friends. Then you saw what else? All the naughty things. Wow. You have so many memories, right? You saw the picture of your school. You saw your friends. You saw your teachers. You saw the playground. You saw the funny thing that happened. And you wanted to be in that state for some more time because you're recollecting all beautiful memories. I said open your eyes. So with a lot of hesitation, you opened your eyes. Yes or no? This is what exactly happened. My first question, when I asked you to recollect the name, why did you recollect your friends, teachers, building, etc.? Why? Did you put any effort to recollect them? No, they came on their own. They surfaced on their own effortlessly. Remember that. So you have so much of information, you have the ability to recollect effortlessly because it is automatic. If that happens to your subject study, will you be happy? You recollect one, teacher says or faculty says one term and immediately you recollect so much of information. So you need to understand how our brain works. there are only two principles on which any memory technique is designed. Number one, we predominantly recollect in the form of images. Anything. Your father, what comes? Image. Mother, image. Your hometown, image. Favorite dish, image. Of course, you start, your mouth gets watering. Then why, what is this network? Why so many things are recollected along with that trigger? It is because, now this is a curtain. I am moving that side, okay? So this is a curtain. If I pull something here, this area surrounding this is also disturbed, and if you pull it long, the disturbance is longer or wider. This is the entire network present in your brain. Right from childhood to till this moment, whatever information, knowledge, blah, blah, blah you have, it is all in the form of a big network. I said school name, trigger. Along with trigger, each and everything closely connected with that. Take care, or observe carefully. Each and everything connected closely with that is also you are able to remember effortlessly. The subject knowledge you have is also in the form of network. Why people fail to memorize? When they learn something new, they have not placed that newly acquired information in the network. Few minutes back I told you, new information, old information, connect it. That means you are creating a place in the network. Then when you recollect the old information, automatically you recollect new information also effortlessly. Did you observe it carefully? So whenever you learn something new, don't put it in the loosely in the air. Connect it with something. That means the newly acquired information is an extension of something which you already know. You should look for that connection. Then you will have it. Then you will not forget easily. Is this clear? So this is how the brain works. All the memories you recollected now, they haven't happened on one day. They happened over a period of time, and your brain placed on its own. You didn't do anything. It processed the information and it selected few, and it is able to put them in the network. Now when you are learning something new, you are processing it, then you are putting in the brain. Brain will say, thank you, boss, because you have reduced the stress on brain. You are finding a place. You are creating a place for the new information to be placed in the network. Hello? So understand this. This is how the brain works. Have you experienced daydreaming any time? Not every time, every day, na? Suddenly you are doing something and suddenly, yeah, that person said like this in the morning, he is like this, then. This particular happens when you are traveling. And suddenly driver applies the brake, you will come to I am traveling now. Okay. Daydreaming is nothing but you are following a thought. One leads to another, next like that, next like that. This is the basis for the concept known as mind map. In mind map, we physically, on paper, we connect different concepts. That is how you are going to be benefited a lot with mind map. So I cannot demonstrate that physically because it also takes some time, but understand there is a concept known as mind map where you can practically connect different concepts or different terms connected with a particular topic. So whatever we do, we always play with these two, pictures and network. Pictures and network. So Narendra Modi, what comes into your mind? A picture. So Albert Einstein, then lion, peacock, Charminar, sunflower. You get all the pictures very fast. Okay? Then it is like this. But you have seen Narendra Modi in a different dress, maybe. Your imagination is right for you. Do not compare your imagination. The way Charminar is looking here or the way it appears in your mind, it may be different. Chalega. Okay? Whatever is happening in your mind, that's good for you. So, if you want to memorize some text, what are you supposed to do? Convert that into image, because brain likes images. Whatever extent it is possible, you try to convert text into image. Connect with some image, then you are going to remember it for longer time. Your mind map concept is totally creating or converting text into image. 10 pages of running matter, textbook, can be converted into 1 page of mind map. So pictures, and now we go with video clips. Now all of you know video clip, shorts, right? Not entire 2.5 hour movie, 10 seconds movie, 15 seconds movie, you can visualize. Whenever you're talking about a term, you create some image and also create some movement there. Clear? Any term you would like to take? Boyle's law. Yeah. Imagining?
About the
What's your
exercise.
name?
My name is Neeraj.
Huh?
Neeraj.
Neeraj.
Yes, sir.
See, all of you came out of the school, but still he is stuck up there. Did you notice that? That means he likes the school so much.
No, on the contrary, I did not quite stay there. When you said, imagine your school, I kind of probably started daydreaming, and then when you said come back, that is when I actually came back. So you think there's something particularly weird about this?
Which one?
About me not being able to focus on probably just the school for the moment.
School is only an example. You are from which place?
From Hyderabad, sir.
Native of America?
Native of Hyderabad.
Which area?
Secunderabad.
Okay. Suppose someone talks about Secunderabad, immediately you get connected.
Yes.
Suppose after this you are going to America somewhere, then someone is from Secunderabad, immediately you get connected.
Yes.
There will be some kind of affinity, bond. Yes or no?
Yes.
So human brain naturally recalls all those things. Can you tell me 2 friends with the same name? Your friends.
Sudhir.
Sunil.
Yes.
So if I say Sunil has come to meet you, then in your mind you will be thinking of both the Sunils. Images come automatically, effortlessly. Who is your best teacher?
Ganesh, sir.
Not here. Okay, it's fine. You are grabbing the opportunity. So if you like Ganesha very much, whenever you think of Ganesha, you think of sociology. Whenever you think of sociology, Ganesha will come in your mind. Teacher and subject relation. You like teacher, automatically start liking the subject. You like the subject, you automatically start liking the teacher. The definitely shifts. So what I want to say, you are closely connected with something, everything connected with that closely will be also remembered automatically.
So usually there should not be any effort going into that.
Do not judge, do not stop the flow, let it be natural.
Okay.
Your brain pumps out the information like water comes out of a fountain. How do you write an answer to a question in the examination, descriptive paper? The first thing is you should allow your brain to give ideas. Most of the people immediately they write no. When you give some time to your brain, it like water comes a fountain, ideas will come. Or terms or points connected with the question will be given by your own brain. Do not underestimate your brain. It stored a lot of information and it has the ability to give you the information back to you, provided you know how to ask. Clear?
Yes, thank you.
That's good. So whenever you want to remember something, convert that into small video clip. And this is what normally we do whenever you have interaction with others. You met some VIP. How many times you may revise that video in your mind? Several times. You got some appreciation from someone, then you might revise several times. It naturally happens. We are good in that art of creating videos. Use it for subject. So mind map, already talked about it. And why do we remember movies so much? See, the moment you saw him already, there is smile on your face. And some dialogue is going in your mind. It's all happening effortlessly. I am saying this is a system the brain works. We can use our brain for remembering subject matter also like this. It is possible. Now at least you convinced. When movie is being played, automatically recollected, you can recollect even the subject also. It is possible. So, movies we remember very much. Why? Can anyone tell me? Huh? Say loudly. Image, video. Connected with emotion. Okay. So many things. First thing is you see them in bigger than life size. Yes or no? Then they are brightly colored, highly illuminated, colorful. Right? Your brain can identify, or your eyes can identify billions of colors. So you will observe. Particularly, women are very good in color sense. So when a lady goes to buy a blouse piece for her sari, how many shades she will search for? Men complain about it, but I appreciate them because they have the sense, their extra perception ability, and never compromising. For one blouse piece, entire day spent, but they don't want to compromise on the thing that they wanted to buy. But understand that this is how the brain works. Then they are moving, not static. Static means what? A two-dimensional picture. Two-dimensional pictures are not remembered much when compared with movies. So convert everything into short movie. You have a lesson, make it into 10 short movies in your mind. Automatically you'll be enjoying a lot. Okay? I still remember some lessons taught by my high school teachers. Unknowingly I implemented that. Now after learning about it, now I confirmed it happened because like this. Emotionally connected, your point. So when you are emotionally connected with the subject, automatically you remember everything. So like we remember our movies, we can recollect entire lesson. All concepts. It is possible. Of course, interest. Revision. Revision is the mother of memory. So video clip is revise a topic in your mind with moving images, sound also you play. Okay? It is all there in your imagination, but it works for you. Give some fragrance also, smell also, because that is also one jnanendriya, right? I visualize even touch and taste also. Taste now it is very difficult to explain you. So, when you involve more sensory organs in your imagination, the impression would be very, very strong, just like movies. Then you can remember entire textbook. Clear? Any questions here? See, when you liked a particular, when you were attempting exam in school days, you prepared for one particular topic very much, and that came in the exam. And you are writing answer. While writing, were you able to see the book in your mind? As if it is placed in front of the answer sheet with such a vividness, clarity, you are able to see. Same thing will happen even now. Okay? Activity, yeah, this time no closing eyes. You answer this question. What percent information of brain can recollect after 24 hours of learning? What do you think? You never tried it, I know, but andaz say. That means you are learning 100 points today. By tomorrow same time, how many points you are likely to recollect? Huh? In general, okay? Yeah. Say loudly. మీ మెస్సులో అన్నం పెట్టట్లేదా ఏంటి? హ్యాపీలీ ఈట్. Okay. Yes, ma'am. 30 points only. That is what you think. 20. 20. Why are you so pessimistic? Okay. 40 to 50. Just because I said pessimistic, you increased your score? No, we teachers, we do so many dramas. Okay, don't get trapped. What you thought, you tell me that. Okay, this side. 80 to 90%. Very good. Now, when I say very good, now number will be there around 80 only. It's fine. Scientists found that we remember on an average only 20%. How much? 20%. That means you are spending money, you are spending time, effort, you are learning 100 points today. By tomorrow, you remember 20 points only. I'll give another analogy. You want to buy something, you kept 10,000 rupees in your purse, and you today did not go for shopping. Next day you went, you opened the purse, there are only 2,000 rupees, 8,000 rupees gayab. You feel very happy? No, it pinches you. Similarly, you are allowing your brain to lose 80% of information within first 24 hours. That means the major damage to your memory is happening within first 24 hours. Would you like to allow that damage to happen to you? Now go back to your school days and tell me. Monday you went to school, they gave you homework. When did you complete that homework? Monday or Tuesday morning? Tuesday homework. Tuesday evening or Wednesday morning? Saturday homework, when did you complete? Don't tell me lies. Monday morning. That means whatever they taught you on Saturday, 80% gone. Only 20%. All of you personally experienced it. Now, same thing is happening now also. You are attending classes here and you are going home, 80% gone within the first 24 hours. How can we stop this? So, stopping the loss is also gain only, na? So, what should you do? You should go for revision. And to explain you further, I am showing this diagram. This is maybe the scientific diagram, but to the possible extent, I will explain in simple. Here the stimulus, your sense organs, they perceive it, and immediately you will remember. If I say, I give you one digit, you have to repeat it. Okay, 7. Repeat. Okay, 34. 337. 7456. 7456314567. Do you remember entire thing? Somewhere you will break. After 3 digit, 4 digit, 5 digit, somewhere you break? Or do you think that it can go like that? No, because the sensory memory will be there for milliseconds, fraction of second. After that, you will forget. Natural. The information coming from sense organs, if you pay attention, it will be there in memory. We call it a short-term memory. If you do not pay attention, it is forgotten. So, what did you learn from this up to this? If you do not pay attention, you do not remember. You are seriously interested in memorizing something, remember something, you have to pay attention. Don't think that automatically you should go. You keep a book next to your pillow, sleep, and next day morning you become an expert. It cannot happen like that. Now, once it is there in short-term memory, you should convert that into long-term memory by revising, by revision. Encoding happens. When you try to retrieve, then it is going to be there for long time. So, in simple way, once you get into something short-term memory by paying attention, after paying attention, you need to revise. If you fail to revise, you tend to forget. And that's why I told you human brain is designed for forgetting. You want to remember, you have to put some effort. Is this clear? I've done so many experiments with people like you. Okay? Someone is in 3rd semester of engineering. I ask him, what subject you studied in 1st semester? Topics he already forgot. Name of the subject also he forgot. They say, M1 is there, something. After 4 years of engineering, they forget even the spelling of the engineering. It happens. Because it's only 1 day, 2 day, someone has accepted very happily. So what happened? What is missing here? Revision is missing. Had you applied your engineering knowledge, then you would have remembered. But most of you were not trained how to apply your knowledge when you were in student stage. Fine. So everywhere revision is important. So we have to go for systematic revision. Now you tell me first revision should be given when? When are you going to give first revision? Maximum time is happening when? Within 24 hours, first 24 hours. So you have to revise minimum 4 to 5 times within first 24 hours of learning anything new. Today, faculty explained new point. So within 24 hours, you have to revise 5 times. That is what you are supposed to do. If you do like that, the damage will come down. Is this clear? Now 5 times you're looking very big figure, punishing figure. No. It becomes automatic once you start practicing it. Then revision means what? Revision means what? One revision, your notes. Second revision, talk to your friend. Third revision, you write a summary. These are all different types of revision. Revision does not mean only your notes. Don't think like school. Okay? Now you are grown up. You can have diversified ways of revising. You are taking a test, that is also a kind of revision exercise. You got the point? Will you do that? Am I teaching something which is not practical? All this is practical? Sure. Say practical. Discuss with your friends. We have friends. We discuss. How many of you go for group preparation? Group preparation. Discussion with friends. We discuss everything except studies. Yes or no? So, I suggest you to have two types of friends. One friend for entertainment. One group is for entertainment, another group for studies. When you are with the serious people for preparing for this exam, see, don't discuss anything funny. And those must group, na, only must. Don't study. Don't discuss studies. They'll be happy, you will be happy. Is it clear? Write summary, very, very important. When you write summary, what is happening? You are consolidating, then you are also improving your writing skills. Create a mind map. Now, what is the difference between these two balloons? Let us think you fill them with hydrogen. They are bound to fly, okay? So this girl is only small thread. And this girl with so many threads. Who will retain? The pink one. Why? So many times revised. So each time you revise, you are adding strength to your memory. You are adding strength to your memory. Are you convinced with this? Any one of you want to forget any unpleasant memory? I don't ask details. But do you have any unpleasant memory which you want to forget, but you are unable to forget? Yes or no? Raise your hand. If, yeah. Do you want to forget really? Someone said no. You want to enjoy that pain. And then? So if you think you want to forget, never share that with anyone. Whenever you are sharing, what is happening? You are adding strength to that memory. So your desire is something, your action is totally counterproductive. Don't do that. So do not share with anyone and do not brood about it. Brooding means when you are all alone, you are thinking about, no. You are thinking, you are sharing, you are adding strength to that. That is why many women, they remember very well. Why? They share so many things. Men don't share, so they forget. Women, they revise number of times, so naturally they remember more. This is what I observed first in my mother. Okay? Then in my wife. My daughters are not it. I don't have that much time to talk to them. But understand why it happens. Clear? So we need to understand the science behind that. Okay. So spaced learning. Whenever you want to master something, study in short sessions with breaks in between. Some people today they want to study history, morning to evening history only. Don't do that. Give some breaks. Same topic also, give some break. Clear? So with a little experience, you will know how much time you can read, how much time you have to give a break. So spaced preparation or reading, it enhances your ability to remember, retention. Then repeated exposure improves memory. Repetition is the mother of memory. Strengthens brain connections, making recall easier over time. Do you know the narrow path? Whenever you learn something, a new path is created. And when you revise, that path gets strengthened. Okay? So that recollection becomes easy. So enhance long-term retention, which is very much needed for you. For all students like you, this is very much required. Spaced learning. So don't complete entire chapter in one go. Clear? Make it 4 parts or 5 parts, basing on the length of the chapter. Clear? You want to remember names. So what technique you have to follow? What do you see here? ALU. You have to follow a technique known as ALU technique. ALU stands for ask, listen and use. Clear? Yeah, normally I take volunteer, but fine, today I'll explain you simple. Whenever you meet any new person, you be the first person to ask. Okay, when you ask, what the other person will say? Okay, when you meet a new person, what is considered as a matured behavior? Hey, what is your name? Can you ask like that? I am Dr. C.S. Vepa. Can I know your name? Now, what the other person will do? Happily will share his or her name. So, ask when the other person is giving the name, listen, then use the name. You stand for use in the conversation. Okay? So, Mr. Say Prasad. Prasad, where do you stay? Prasad, what do you do? Prasad, what are your qualification? Blah, blah, blah. When you use the name, automatically brain picks up. Now, how to apply this technique to the characters in history, characters in present day? There are so many names you have to remember. Is it clear? So, how do you how do you apply this? Suppose you want to talk to Aurangzeb now. So, would you like to talk to him? Hi, Aurangzeb, how are you? Are you happy now? You see, we have come up with a wonderful movie. Converse with him. Then you are going to remember for a longer time. It is all there in your imagination, but it works. Definitely it works. Clear? I gave the sample and now you can expand this. And I used to maintain a book known as People Whom I Met. Now your generation is different, you can go with digital diary. So, go for one Excel file and where you will be writing the name of the person, fictitious, anyone in the history, living or dead, anyone. You want to remember, enter the name in the Excel file. Then if possible, take some photos, collect some photos, okay, different angles. Then what is his or her contribution? Because no one will be asked in the examination. You don't require to mention anyone who has not contributed something to the society. So you need to remember only those names. Pullaya, Venkaya, you don't remember. No requirement. Okay? So how to, when someone appears in the news, how to decide whether he is fit to be remembered or not? Did he contribute something to the society, something to the country? Nothing is there, happily you can forget. There won't be any reference about him in the examination. So daily revise. Daily revise. Suppose you collected 500 names. Today you collected 5. Tomorrow 3. Day after tomorrow 10. Slowly increment will be slow only. But as you revise every day, revision becomes very fast. Revision becomes very fast. As you experience by recollecting the school name, you recollected so much of information. By looking at the name, you recollect everything about him. It is a natural flow. It happens. So consistency is very much required. And give that, show that Excel file to someone, ask any name. Have fun. Then Feynman technique. Anyone heard about it? No. So he is Richard Feynman. He is a physicist. He has given us one technique. Will the technique work or not? Now you tell me. He has won Nobel Prize. Now, will the technique given to him, will it work? Definitely it works. Okay? So he has given a technique known as Feynman technique. Very simple. Where choose any topic, then explain to someone. Not child does not mean child. Explain to someone. Then identify and fill the gaps, knowledge gaps. You miss something. Then organize and simplify. In simple, make an attempt to explain. You are not teaching, you are explaining. He said child or toddler, basically someone who is younger to you. Once you make an attempt to explain, it is going to work miracles. Clear? When you're teaching someone same to you peer, it may not work because they also know what you know. You cannot speak to someone who is elder to you. They may be good in that subject. So when you speak to children, what is going to happen? If I become the chief minister of the state or the prime minister of the country, I will pay highest salaries to school teachers, nursery teachers, primary school teachers. The reason is, when you make an attempt to simplify the subject, then you understand how difficult it is. I listened to more than 50 Nobel laureates. One thing common in all of them, I am not a student of physics, but when they speak physics, I will understand. They have the art of simplifying the subject. How do I assess teachers? If they know how to simplify the subject, they are good in the subject. If they are good in complicating the subject, that means they are not having command on the subject. So when you make an effort to explain to someone who is younger to you, you have to simplify. And in that process, you get the command on the subject. Try this one. I used to bribe children. I'll give you chocolate if you listen to me for 10 minutes. Is it clear? Something like that. And you, once you realize the benefit of it, I'm sure you'll love it. You will never leave this. You're always looking for someone with whom you can share, with whom you can explain. Clear? And don't think like you're a teacher. You're not teaching, you're just sharing about that particular topic. Okay? Flashcards. How many of you use this flashcard? Okay, take some visiting card size paper. Okay, maybe thick one, drawing sheet you can cut into that size. And suppose you want to improve your vocabulary, write the word in capital letters on one side. On the back side, you write the meaning in normal cursive writing. And wherever you go, you carry a bunch of flashcards. Now, the word should be arranged, the card should be arranged in such a way that word is upside and the meaning is on the reverse. So you're waiting for a bus stop, bus, take the cards, look at the word and recollect the meaning. So, when you see the word, immediately your brain tells you, you know the meaning or you do not know the meaning. Make an attempt to recollect, then turn, the matching, shabash, shabash, shabash. Not matching, okay, this is the meaning. Then frame one sentence then and there is in your mind using that word. Then put the card down. Second card is up with the word. Right? Word should be written in capital. Why? Whenever you write something in capital, your brain will be conscious. It takes extra care. That is why whenever you fill any form, the name, what do they ask you? Fill in capital letters because they don't want any mistake in the records. So when you write in capitals, you will be at maximum concentration level. Clear? Suppose you want to use it for any formula. Write formula one side and the explanation on the back side. You can use it for any subject. You can use it for any term. Write term in capital, explain the term on the back side. So wherever you go, always carry. Clear? Is it difficult? Okay? Don't spend money in buying the ready-made cards. Right? How many of you try to improve vocabulary by writing in the notebook? Did it work? When you write in the notebook, word is there, meaning is there next to each other. Yes or no? When you see problem solution next to each other, is there any work to the brain? No. That is why it is not effective. But in flashcard, word is on one side, meaning is not next to it. So in that time, your brain will think, recollect. There is some exercise to the brain. There is some work to the brain. So that is why flashcard is more effective. So apply this to any subject, it is going to be very, very beneficial. Subject-wise strategy for better memory. Now, history, you have to remember facts, visualization, and flashcards. It is going to work for mastering the history subject. Then polity, terms, flashcards, and newspaper. You will see reference to the terms in newspaper. Then you can recollect or you can revise automatically. Okay. So today the Lok Sabha is adjourned. What is the meaning of adjourned? What is Sinadai? Something like that. Then science terms, flashcards, observation, and always look for how can you apply those concepts. Okay? When you try how science is applied in daily life, you can remember more. So geography, visit places, atlas, and terms. Then environment, understand the process, terms, observe the actions taken by government or people, what they are doing. Like that, if you start thinking, you yourself will develop different strategies for different subjects. Mathematics, understand the concept and create questions. How many of you studied mathematics? Maybe half of you must be engineers. Okay. I will give you one sum. Can you please solve it? Only one question. Okay. You can listen and answer, or you want to take note, you can do. It is question on interest. Okay. Principal amount is 10,000. Rate of interest is 10%. What is the difference between simple and compound interest at the end of year 1? Question is clear? I repeat, principal amount 10,000, rate of interest 10%. The question is, what is the difference between simple and compound interest at the end of year 1? You have an answer? You have an answer? Yes? What is your answer? Wrong. I told you somewhere in my lecture, you have to give answer as per the question, not as for information you have. My dear, what is the question? Can you repeat the question? Difference between interest of simple interest and compound interest at the end of year 1. What did you say? You said same. You said same. That is your information. But what is the question? What is the difference? The difference is 0. The answer is 0. So you have the concept, you know everything, but you are unable to get mileage out of it. Just because you are in a hurry. The concept of compound interest starts after year 1. So at the end of year 1, whatever is simple interest, compound is also same. So the difference between two same values is 0. The answer is 0. And choice 1, they give same. 99% people opt same. So this is how we paper setters play with games. Okay. Chalo. So when you have the conceptual clarity, you will answer immediately. You don't need to solve anything on paper. So do not worry about CSAT, do not worry about mathematics. It is about conceptual clarity. You have enough time in the examination to solve it. The only thing is you have to be clear. Then chunking technique, you can break into small units. Okay. Now this is my office number. So if I give this number to each one of you will say in different way. Someone will say 8790100500. Someone will say 8790100500. Now did you observe when you are giving your number to someone, they will repeat in a different way, the pattern. But when you want to be good in communication, immediately catch their pattern and give your answer in their pattern. They will be comfortable. Otherwise, what will happen? You are not happy, they are also not happy. So you have to be very good and quick in observing their pattern. Similarly, any number, passwords, okay? How do you break these words? Encyclopedia. Break the way you want, okay? It is not an English test. For you, whatever is comfortable, you break in that particular way. So the whole concept is, if a term is too big, make it into 2 or 3 parts. That is the concept. What is the best time to study? Is it early in the morning or late night? Why? Because my mother said so. Okay. Some peace of mind. Okay. Who likes late night? You tell me why late night? He also will say peace of mind. Okay. You observe your body. Observe how your brain is working. And whatever the best time for you, that will work for you. But I have to tell you, because I am a teacher, I have to tell you the fact. TPS count is very, very important. TPS stands for thoughts per second. What is that? Thoughts per second. So how many thoughts our brain produces? As per one survey, it is around 60,000 thoughts per day. You want to make it off? Okay, 30,000. Even then it is too big number. That means at any given time, you are entertaining more than one thought simultaneously. So when you have so many thoughts operating simultaneously, that is going to decrease your concentration level. Why our elders said early morning is the best? Anytime you get up from the sleep, you will have the TPS count less. That is why the best time to study is after you get up or just before you go to bed. These are the best times. Or whenever you experience TPS count is less. Now boys, you tell me, early in the morning, maybe at 6:37, you are going on the road. Someone came in the wrong route and he was about to hit you. What is your reaction? Just visualize. Girls also can visualize. Then another incident, evening, you are on the right, but someone came in the wrong route. It was about to hit. How will be your reaction in the evening? How would it be? Will there be any difference in your response in the morning and evening? Yes. Morning you are more divine, more kindful. Evening already irritated and you use all your rich vocabulary. Now, did you ever ask yourself, how come the same person, same incident, or similar incident, how different reactions? Morning you are more divine because your TPS count is less. Anytime your TPS count is less, you are more divine. You are more merciful. Did you ever go to temple or any place of prayer? Will you be disturbed or you are peaceful? But you say peaceful, tranquil. You don't feel like leaving that place. I do not know about the power of the God or the place, but I can tell you one thing. When you go enter the place of worship, you have only one thought, God. No 2-3 thoughts. So TPS count is more or less. Naturally you will be comfortable. So you ask yourself, you observe yourself whether TPS count is more or less. At whatever time it is less, use that for studies. Clear? You are the best judge. I don't want to say morning or evening. So by default, early morning, the TPS count is less. That is why elders said Brahma Muhurta or Brahmi Muhurta, whatever it is. I don't want to go deep into that, but if a TPS count is less, that is the time for study. TPS count is more, don't study. use routine works. So develop general idea about everything and never learn anything new by following multiple choice questions. Some students, they do this mistake. MCQs are for testing, not for learning. So whenever you are learning something new, use only the paragraph or content method, not goes through questions. Develop concept first, then take test. MCQ help you to consolidate learning. What is this? Sleep. So after teaching you what to study, something like that, I also want to teach you how to sleep. Okay? Sleep and memory both are connected with each other. The purpose of sleep is to rejuvenate you. Okay? To make you active again. And for memory is consolidation, memory consolidation. That means from RAM you should go to the hard disk. Okay? Roughly, this is the analogy. You need sleep. You're conscious, you're learning something, they have to be stored deep into your brain, then you need sleep. So do not burn the midnight oil, no night out. If you do night out, that is not going to help you in any way, it is counterproductive. Okay? Many people go for night out before exam because they have fear of forgetting. If they sleep, they may forget, they have fear. That way, they will be, throughout the night, they will be awake and they try to read. So how many hours we have to sleep? Okay? We follow one thing known as sleep cycle. When we sleep, we follow a cycle. And each cycle lasts for 90 minutes or 1.5 hours. That means if you sleep now at 10 o'clock, by 11:30 your body is ready to get up. No disturbance, it will take one more cycle. So 10 o'clock, 11:30 one cycle, then again 1. It will be another. So multiples of 1.5 hours, that is what you are supposed to plan. You can get up after 1.5 hours, 3 hours, 4.5 hours, 6 hours, 7.5 hours, 9 hours. Do you have 8 hours in it? No. So don't believe in that. You want, you just sleep and ask your family members not to wake you up. Once you get up, then you check. It will be multiples of 1.5 hours. So by the time we reach 15 years of age, this sets in. And for you, definitely you have to follow it. And for senior people like us, there is one more concept known as nap. Okay? So that is different. Now you don't require, so I don't talk about that. So plan your sleep like this. Is very, very important. Very importantly, when you are going for exam, entire year you work, one day there is an examination, and that previous night, do you get sleep? No. So you set alarm, and if your alarm you set matching with sleep cycle, then you will be fresh in the morning. If it not matching with the sleep cycle and it is making big noise, by force you are waking up, then you will have irritation. And that irritation, you cannot give the best performance in the exam. So plan your sleep accordingly, and after heavy lunch, there will be drowsiness. After taking food, at least for 30 minutes, do not study. Okay? Because naturally, your brain will create some drowsiness, because blood is diverted from your brain, part of it, to your digestive tract. So it is busy in that. And after some time, you will get it back. So don't plan serious study after lunch or dinner, at least for 30 minutes. So sleep in darkness, don't have light, because you need a melatonin. This chemical is produced by brain only when it is dark. Why some people, they find it difficult to sleep? Till night, before you also like this, while bed also you see this. This generates something known as blue light, and that blue light prevents the production of melatonin. Because of that, you don't get sleep. So make it a rule, 1 hour. Suppose you're sleeping at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock onwards, no mobile, no laptop, no TV. Then you will sleep happily. So, and don't study while sitting on the bed. Why? Bed is meant for Sleep. If there's any constraint, then I cannot help it. Okay? Otherwise, when you sit on the bed, your brain tells that it is bed, it is for sleeping, and it induces sleep. You really do not know. Your brain is programmed so well. Now let us come back to your writing skills. Writing skills cannot be developed overnight. In one night you can become an expert of a particular topic, but you cannot become an expert in writing. Writing should be nurtured, nourished over a period of time. C is equal to OU cube. This is the formula you have to understand. Credit means marks will be given orderly. Answers which are in order, effectively written, exact, and economy of words. These are not my words. This is not my formula. Union Public Service Commission has clearly spelled in the notification itself. Page number 29, point number 4. All of you tonight, you search for it. Credit will be given for orderly, effective, and exact expression combined with the due economy of words in all subjects of the examination. UPS itself is asking how they are going to evaluate. So, whenever you write something, you ask yourself, is it in order? Is it effective? Is it exact? And did I follow the economy of words? If it is matching, it is satisfying these parameters, your answer is the best answer. Otherwise, you need to work for developing these things. It works as a self-check. Any clear? Any doubt? Again, this is taken from UPSC only. And right from 90s, I followed every year's UPSC notification. This sentence did not change. It is there as it is. So it's not something new. So whenever you're studying, always go for the keywords, supportive words. I think we discussed this. And there is, we discuss one technique. This technique is known as story technique. Would you like stories? You like stories? You're also good in telling stories? Ah, yes. Fine. So there is story of 3 brothers. How many brothers? 3 brothers. They're staying in a ward, in a town, that ward number 18. Clear? One, elder one, is very moody, normally silent, but very aggressive when situation prompts him. And he has a gun also, he'll pick up the gun. And he'll fight with others. This is about first brother. Second brother is very active. He likes traveling and keeps on visiting different states. Fine. Third brother, very shy person. One family, different people like this. And sits at home only. Then he manages money. He does the finance business. How much time it took for the story? Story is clear? How many brothers? In which ward they stay? First brother is what type of person? Aggressive. Second person, second brother? Active. He moves. Third person? Shy. What he does? Finance. Over. Now, one lesson is completed for you in polity. Types of emergencies. How many emergencies are there? 3. And in which part of the Constitution? 18. First one? Article 352. External aggression. Aggressive aggression. Second one, state emergency. Also known as President's Rule. 356. So he travels different states. Then financial emergency, shy. Till now in India it is not yet imposed. You know that? And what happens when there is a financial business? Financial emergency. Over. So if you are aware of memory techniques, any lesson you can convert into a story. Anything into a story. And you can remember n number of stories. Right from childhood till now, how many movies you have seen? hundreds. Is there any conflict between two movies? No. Like that, in between two stories also you will not have any confusion. What is required? First learn the subject, then create the story. As I have to emphasize, I gave the story first. But for you, it is the subject. After having clarity of the subject, then you try to create a story. That is going to be wonderful for you. Is this clear? No energy? Okay? Come on. We have come almost to the last part. So acronym is there. Acronym is what? You are taking the first letter, then you are creating. And always create your own acronyms for different topics. Do not follow the acronyms created by others. Clear? What is the full form of ATM? Huh? Automatic or automated? Now you started doubting, right? So even you know something, know it perfectly. Okay? When you have something and check it, that become perfect for you. Always be authentic, even for the smallest information. Clear? It is automated teller machine, not automatic. Then what is EMI? Okay, how do you know that? You need to understand there are two things, your opinion and fact. But many people, they consider their opinion as a fact. So start questioning yourself. Whatever you believe are there, is it true? Check it. How do you know whether it is, madam, EMI is correct or not, whatever you said? You have to verify a manual or you have to verify in the net. Then you will come to know in banking parlance what is meant by EMI. It is not equal, it is equated monthly installment. See, your efficiency starts with questioning or learning from authentic information. So never ignore anything just like that. Never overlook also, right? Got my point? So SIM, use SIM, a full form of SIM. Oh, there is homework for you. Okay. So these are abbreviation and use only the standard abbreviations in your exam. Do not use your abbreviation in the written examination. When you write your notes, you can use, but in the examination, use only the generally accepted one. So preamble, all of you know it. You have this much. And how do you use the acronym principle? Create after learning. And when you revise sometimes, then it is going to stick to your brain. Is it clear? So your brain likes order, so you need to arrange in order. This normally I teach to school student, but tell me, do you remember names of all the states? How many states we have? 28 or 29? Telangana is considered as 29th state, na? Then how come only 28? Huh? So when what is created 29, but after that Jammu Kashmir moved from state to union territory. So how do you remember these things? You can have some big acronym like this, and if you practice, you are going to get it. The one order, alphabetical order. Or you can have something known as geographical order. So southern states, how many are there? Western, how many are there? North, how many are there? How many central are there? How many east are there? How many northeast are there? You see, any order is okay. Brain does not compel you, but you need to have some order. So order is important. Brain likes order. Then exercise for key points or identifying the keywords. Now this is a news item in 2 days back. So everything that they give is not important for us. Similarly. Method of loci is an advanced concept where you associate a particular term with a particular place. Now, in your house, gate, compound wall, door, something like that. Or if you take this one, we can have happily 100 places within this room also. It is possible. Where you want to remember something, you will associate with that. And never get confused with absent mind and with forgetfulness. You forget sometimes, or remote keys, receptacles, specs, purse. Do not worry much. You are forgetting them, or you're thinking you're forgetting them, but you are busy in some information or processing some information, busy with some project. Then naturally you tend to forget such kind of things. People call it as you are forgetting, but for you it is only absent-mindedness. Do not worry. It is happening repeatedly and you want to get rid of it, then pay attention for 1 second. So where I am keeping my remote, don't keep just like that. Yeah, I am putting on this stand. Then you work. Then where is my remote? Immediately your brain will give you the picture. Suppose you want to keep your purse somewhere. Wherever you keep your purse, I am putting here, just conscious for 1 second, a millisecond, the more than enough. Your brain takes a snapshot of it and it stores it. So positive emotion, yeah, this is what exercise we did in the beginning. So when you are unhappy, you want to be happy, you can walk. You can jump like this. Sir, shall we stop here? Already it is 7:30, 2.5 hours. Okay. So we have a lot to cover, sir, maybe some other time. Okay. I think I can show you one more. Okay. So whenever you, as long as you're a student, understand you have to learn actively, right? Engaged while learning, this is very much required. And how do you engage yourself? Hey, what he is saying, what I know, what is this, what is that? You have a question, you do not hesitate to answer. Ask the teacher. In Chinese, there is a saying, a student ashamed of asking a question is not fit for learning. Got it? So whenever you are a student, you think that lesson is coming only for you. No one else is there. You are there. You are the only one. Then will you ask or not? Ask. So like that you keep on asking. So challenge your brain regularly. Then how to forget? Do not brood, do not share. Very, very important. Any unpleasant experience, do that. Fine. So we stop here, and I thank you very much for your patient listening, and probably we'll meet again with some more techniques. Okay. And I thank Amigos for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And I thank Professor Ganesh Garu, who happened to be my well-wisher all the time, and for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my knowledge. Okay? Thank you very much.
Yeah. I think it is too late. On behalf of Amigos IAS Academy, I thank my good friend Dr. C.S. Vepa for delivering a lecture on memory techniques and learning techniques. I think this session will be helpful for you to improve your memory and learning process. And let us have some more sessions with CS Vepa with regard to some more techniques to improve your memory and learning process. And he said that sharing information amongst the students, that's nothing but a group discussion, which is very important to memorize the subject knowledge. That's why even we used to tell in university that the like-minded students, they have to form a small group, and whatever they learn, whatever they read, right, they have to share, they have to discuss, so that they can share the information among themselves, and even they can share their creative ideas. Okay, so today's lecture, Dr. Vepa has talked about Bloom's taxonomy. This I want to tell about this 2-3 minutes. In fact, all the academicians are trained in the method of Bloom's taxonomy to set the question paper. You get my point? All of us, we were trained in Bloom's taxonomy. That is a scientific method to set the question papers, both for multiple choice questions as well as the descriptive questions. For prelims, you have multiple choice questions, and you see the questions, they are not based on facts, but they are based on analysis. Okay. And if you look at the descriptive question papers for mains, most of the time they ask you that describe, discuss, substantiate, justify. So this kind of wording is used in the questions. So in this context, my suggestion to all of you is that when you start your preparation, both for prelims as well as the mains, please refer the previous year's question papers, at least for 5 years. You take the past question papers for 5 years, go through the questions, right, both for prelims as well as the mains, and relate those questions to your syllabus. Okay. For prelims, whatever the questions that are asked, right, to which topic those questions are related and how the question is being asked, whether it is polity or constitution or economy or social issues, whatever it is. So this is one thing which I would like to tell you. That another thing is that please never write the answers with just bullet points. Most of the students are doing this mistake. A student might be highly intelligent, but how you present your answer is more important. As far as the mains examination is concerned, it is a descriptive examination. It is an analytical examination where you are supposed to present your answer in a descriptive way, analytical way, and which must be based on your creative thinking. And most of the time, if you look at the question papers, they are not based on facts, but how you apply those facts to the contemporary society, or how you analyze the concept or theory, and how you apply a theory to the contemporary society. For example, take Marxian theory. A question may be asked that, do you think that Marxian theory is relevant to the contemporary developing societies? If so, justify. Or they give some statement, then they ask you, justify the statement with your interpretation, with your analysis. So all the time, you try to acquire the knowledge, identify the important points, and think about that. How questions can be asked on this particular topic, and how to write the answer in analytical way. And most of the students are doing two mistakes. That's why they are not able to score not even 45% marks. One is, all the time, I don't know who is training, presenting answer in flowcharts, in the form of flowcharts. For everything flowchart. For every topic they write flow chart. Just by writing your answer through flow chart, you will not get good marks. Yes, you can present information in a flow chart wherever it is required. For example, take types. Yes, you can draw a flow chart, but description is very important. Analysis is very important. And many students, they write the answer in the form of points, bullets. 1, 2, 3, 4 bullet points. In fact, UPSC want to test your analytical skill, your decision making, your creative thinking. So that is why never write answer in the form of what? Bullet points. Always write the answer in paragraphs. Answer must be in a descriptive form. It should be in an analytical form, and at the end you draw a logical conclusion. That's why sir has said order. Always that logical order, presentation of your answer in a logical order is very important. So that is why he has suggested a very good point, that flashcard system, which is very, very, very useful for the students. In fact, we have experimented in Osmania University for the past more than 15 years. That, for example, take concepts. There are many concepts in every subject related to Indian polity or constitution or economy, right? You identify the most important concepts, right? And for which my suggestion is that Oxford has come out with number of dictionaries, especially with regard to economy, polity, geography, right? There are dictionaries, dictionary of economy, dictionary of polity, right? So there are several concepts for which a beautiful explanation is given in that. So you write the concept, then you write the explanation for that. So then you think about that, how a question can be asked. So that will help you to not only to improve your knowledge, but you can memorize those concepts and you can apply that concept while writing an effective answer. So always I tell that mere writing an answer is not enough. Recently we have seen in TSPSC Group 1 exam, many students, they have said, no, we have written wonderful answers. And they said that definitely we will get more than 100 out of 150. But none of them have got more than 70. Many of them, they got 45 marks, 50 marks, 60 marks out of 150. That is mainly because of committing these blunders. So that is why your presentation is very, very important, for which you need a lot of practice. Then, so this flashcard system will be helpful for you to improve your subject knowledge and also presentation style. And another one is mind mapping, he talked about. For each topic, you identify the important points like an image, right? And try to inculcate that image in your mind. For example, take modern Indian history. There is one wonderful book called Sumit Sarkar. How many of you read Sumit Sarkar book? Have you read Sumit Sarkar? Anybody? All of you? You have attended the classes, right? Have you read on modern history? What about? Chadvara, modern history meeda. Have you read Sumit Sarkar book? Please read it. Suppose if you are reading Sumit Sarkar, there are different chapters. For on each chapter, you identify the important points, prepare the image of a particular topic with different points, then memorize it. And that will help you both for prelims as well as the mains. For example, take economy. There are many concepts. Have you read Indian Economy by Mishra and Puri? Have you read Mishra and Puri? So these are the basic texts. So this is the mistake committed by many students. So which books you are reading, which information you are gathering, how you are putting that information in a logical order, and how you are memorizing, how you are revising, all these are very, very important for your success. Please follow all these methods. That is why we have requested Dr. Vepa to deliver a lecture on this topic. And lastly, group discussion is very important. Let me tell you, many students who have studied in JNU, you know Jawaharlal Nehru University, most of the students of JNU were successful in civil services examination, even today. Why? Do you think that the students of JNU are highly intellectual? No. In JNU, there is a culture that most of them, they form as the small groups, and every time, whenever they meet, either say after lunch, they gather, sometimes they don't read, they discuss. Suppose if they go to a canteen to have a cup of tea, the 5, 6, 7, 10 students, they sit and they discuss on certain topics like international relations. Something happened. For example, take nowadays what is that US president is imposing several types of tariffs. This tariff war is going on. Discuss on that. Share the information and put it in a black and white. Write it on a paper. So this kind of continuous exercise will help you to be successful in the exam. Otherwise, simply reading, attending class, that will not help you. Then I have seen many students for the past more than 20 years. They prepare for years together, but ultimately they will not be successful. So a scientific and methodical preparation is required, and whatever the methods the Dr. Vepa has suggested you please follow that. Don't take it easy and be successful. So the purpose of this lecture series is that only. This is repeatedly I am saying that it is a kind of intellectual discourse. Some kind of intellectual discourse is essential for the students, which not only enhances their subject knowledge, but they acquire certain skills for the effective presentation of their answers. Okay? So thank you very much for your patient listening. I thank all the students who have attended this lecture, and make use of this lecture for your academic growth and also success in UPSC Civil Services exam. Once again, I thank Dr. Vepa for sparing his valuable time. And I also request him, please come out with some more new techniques to train our students for their success in UPSC Civil Services examination. Thank you very much. Thanks one again. Thank you very much. Thank you one and all. Thank you.